Hey everyone, it's Jeannie here. Today I am so honored to be joined by award-winning gospel star, actress, fashion designer, and woman of God, which is my favorite title of them all, Miss Tamela Mann. Um, we are here to
Good
talk
morning.
about, yes, we are here to talk about Overcomer, the deluxe edition. And I am
Yeah,
just so happy to talk to you again. The album was incredible initially, and now you've deluxed it for us.
I kind of stirred it up a little bit more.
So talk to us about wanting to kind of add more songs and kind of re-release it as a deluxe.
Well, what I did is I went in and after rehearsing some of the songs, I was like, I want to do them over live because doing it live and and we did it here at our studio, which is not really a big studio, but it's a nice size, just to have some people in the room with me and they were worshiping with me. It's like it just took it to a whole nother level because when I'm talking about help me, the final answer to the Lord is yes. And we did the new song Forever Yours. And I added, I did some collaborations on the album and I'm just excited I'm to me, I feel like I'm bringing some hope. I'm bringing some inspiration to people. And I know those words have been used before, but I really believe, and my hope is that the songs just really dig real deep in us, that we can finish what God has started in us. We can complete the work that He's doing in us. And those are like the titles of the songs that I've done and redid and that added to the album, that I am forever yours, Lord. It's like I give you my everything, my heart, my just I'm yours and you are mine. So it's like it's like it's a lot of personal things. He did it for me. It's like I'm looking through my eyes of all the things that and back on all the things God has brought me through and doors He's opened for me. And that's what we're talking about, overcoming things, obstacles in our lives that we can complete, overcome. But it's like, gee, with God's help, all things are possible. So
Mhm.
that's what we're talking about in the deluxe, that we truly can overcome.
Mm, amen. I love that the songs are like love songs, to God. They're your testimony. They're
Mhm.
these heart cries, that are just so personal and deep. Talk about the live aspect to it. Did you have like moments where you were just completely overcome by God's presence as you were declaring these things?
Yes, because it's like, I'm a worshiper and I'm a weeper also, if I can put it. It's like I cry out because there are still things that I'm working on, that I'm saying, Lord, help me. Help, fix me. Help make me good, Lord. Just so I can be, when I meet people, that your light is shining. And it's like the presence of God, on help me. It's like we were having like a good time, but finish, it's like I didn't so much cry, but I was feeling myself like really finishing and believing what I was saying.
Mm,
I can finish it. I can complete the work. It's like just standing with authority. So it's like
yeah.
this album and me just talking about my life, like you were just saying, Jeannie, that I can. It's like the I can do all things through Christ. It's like,
Mm,
but He can do everything, but with Him, I can do it. With His
mm,
strength, I can, with by His power and His might, I can overcome. And I'm like, Lord, you got to help me before I leave here. I want to be over this issues with my weight. It's like I don't want to be just walking around with sickness. I know things are happening in this earth, but with you and your blood that you shed, I can be healed. I can be whole. I just want to be whole so I can go out and do the work for Him. And it's like I realize it's not about me, but it's about the kingdom and reaching as many people as we can for the kingdom.
mm. I love that when we declare things in faith, that faith stirs up in us, right? It's almost like,
Mm.
these are lyrics that were written that you're singing, and then you wind up believing them as you're declaring them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the power to me of singing God's word and his truth. It's just, it's
Mhm.
divine, it's supernatural. So when I first talked to you about Overcomer, I had listened to some sneak peeks of things that were going to be featured on the deluxe album. And Superhero was my favorite song. But
You
at the
did.
time, we couldn't talk about it.
Right. That's right. You did get it early. But the Lord knew that you needed it early. That's why that
I
happened.
did. I
Hey,
did.
but you know, because we do, we search all over and we wonder like how, and who gonna do it, and how is this gonna be done? But He's right there all along. He's
Mm,
right with us. The superhero is there. We're looking for it to be in man, but God, which came in the form of man and went back to glory and left us with the Holy Ghost. Look, I'm just
mhm,
really, I'm really, really, I'm so excited to honestly just be a child of the King. I am, and that I can, like you say, declare that I can overcome, that I can achieve. And that's what I want people to know, that we don't have to walk around with a whole bunch of heavy burdens. Things are going to happen, but we don't have to just carry it around and it
mm,
just lay on our face and on our shoulders, that we can cast our cares on the Lord. So I may be too talkative this morning, but I'm excited that we can.
mm,
And we can be overcomers. And I just really, like you said, I wanted to just get down in me where it's like come out like a roaring lion, that
mm. Yeah.
hear me, people of God, we can be free.
Yes. Amen. I love it. And I'm so grateful that God is our superhero, you know. I'm
Mm,
so grateful for that. Um,
yeah.
you were you were recently
But
announced.
and then it was with Yolanda Adams, y'all. I'm sorry. The
Oh, I know.
celebration was with Yolanda Adams, and I'm just excited about y'all hearing it. It's funny that you say that, Jeannie, because my sister was listening. She said, "Man," she said, "Y'all did that." She said, "That's a bad song," and she said, "Y'all voices were so good." And she's not like into music like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I just really listened to it, and she was like, "It's a bad song." I say it's deep. It's deep because it just really makes you think that the war that's out there. We don't have to, even though it's in the world, we don't have to walk around with with again the burden of it, because it can become a burden because we're looking at so many things that's not
Yes.
working in our favor, but it can be turned around.
I love that.
Okay, okay, yeah.
I love it. Yes, I love it. So true. And you were recently announced as the cast in the upcoming adaptation of The Color Purple, based on the Pulitzer Prize winning film, the novel, and the film that we saw years ago with
Years ago.
Oprah and Whoopi. So talk about being cast for that. I mean, you're always in all these incredible films, but The Color Purple, I mean, come on, that's iconic. Talk
It,
about being cast on that.
I, and how I got the role is the one and only Oprah Winfrey was speaking and vouching for me to have
Wow.
this role. She was like, this needs to be Tamela Mann. And she was like, some people hadn't heard of you, but I felt like they need to hear from you. And
Mhm.
I got chills right now. The honor, how the Lord just used her to speak in my behalf.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna cry, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity to serve and to have that door be opened, unto me, because sometimes we do feel like doors are not open enough and doors get shut in our faces, which sometimes when the door gets closed, to those who are listening, it's not always bad. A lot of times the Lord allowed to close because it's not for you at that time. But
Mhm.
she's vouched for me, and I talked to the director, Blitz. He called me and we did a Zoom meet, and I just really felt comfortable with him. Even as director, he made me comfortable because
Mhm.
it's a musical. It's just not the singing part, but
Mhm.
I'm actually dancing and singing, which I was like,
Wow.
I don't know about that. He was like, no, don't worry, we're gonna work with you, and you're gonna get it, and we'll work around you. But I found myself really dedicating to the role of the the performance, the dance performance, that I was like, no, I'm gonna get this. And I told them, so I was making videos and I was like, let's do it again. They was like, you know, and I was just, they saw that I had the heart to learn and
Yeah.
to want to put the work in. So it was really, really good. The cast was amazing. Everyone that I met was amazing. It was just so much love like in the room. And it's gonna be so beautiful. Some of the shots that I wasn't in, I got to see. Actually, Blitz let me see a little peek.
Wow.
It was so beautiful. Once it gets together, it was so many parts to it that it took a while just to record, I mean to
Yeah.
film. So I'm looking forward. It's not coming out until next December.
Yeah.
So that means I'm gonna be coming back and probably talking to you about it again.
Yes.
But I'm just really excited about all the things that God is doing, you know, and my family, us going out on tour again and going hitting
Mm,
the road. So it's just a lot of things going on, and I'm just excited. And just look, I'm excited because I want everyone to be a part of it. So that's just like to see, to hear. And so, you know, y'all just follow us at David and Tamela, and we'll keep you posted on what we're gonna be, what we're doing. But I'm just woo! But being in the color purple, that's I can't wait for it all to come together.
yes, that's amazing. And I was so happy and so proud that, you represent for us, you don't only represent yourself, you represent that Christian voice, that person of faith that, in these circles that, is the light. And I'm so grateful that God is promoting you in those ways.
Yeah,
Um,
right. And you know, Ricky Dillard was a part of it with me. He's from the gospel industry,
yeah,
and because it was like a choir song, and he got to help with the arrangement of the song. So me and him, and he was the actual. He was on the piano. It's for us to. It was filmed like from like the 1900s. So I
yeah.
mean, I had the gear that I had to put on, the clothes. It was so. I don't know how they made it when it's being hot with the can with the slips, with the
Oh,
pantyhose. I mean the corset. It was a lot of clothes, but I'm
yes.
telling you, it was amazing. And I had on like a boot, like a boot shoe. So it was like I was covered up, and it was still like the top of summer. But the thing is, God blessed us. I asked God, and He answered my prayer that it wasn't too hot. Every time we filmed, and I had to have on
Wow.
all of that, we had clouds. It was like,
Thank you, Lord.
I God is so amazing. It's just even, you know, if we ask and believe, y'all, even the little things, He can do it.
Mm,
So I'm so
amen.
grateful to God for just everything He does for me. But it was fun. It was really fun.
That's amazing. Wow, look at God. You are a representation in Black entertainment. You've been in a lot of Tyler Perry films, along with music and everything, and even the fashion leisure company that you run and all of that. I wanted to ask you, being someone in Black entertainment, not always just in the focused on the gospel side of things,
Mhm.
being out there even in mainstream entertainment, what would you like to see more in Black entertainment? There's times like I'm a Latina, so I'll watch something that represents my culture and I'll be like, oh, I'd like to see more of this, because I know the representation is unique to our cultures. Is
Right.
there something that you'd like to see more in Black entertainment when you think about it?
When you say Black entertainment, I would say us as people of color. I would like to see us in more major roles.
Yeah.
I would love to see that. I would love to see us in more major roles, even when it comes to animation. You know,
Right.
we don't really get that call.
That's
And
nice.
you know, you have some that are doing, but it's like very few. And even when it comes to music part of it, if some of us, the gospel artists, will get more calls on that. I'm putting it in the air because that's another thing that I would love to do is the animation and even with the music. Because I it's funny, but I watch a lot of like the animation movies because I love the music.
Yeah.
So that I would love to see us, even like you said yourself, as Latino, just all of us. I mean, Mexican, Indian. I mean, and Native American. I would
Yeah.
like to see them in more roles. And it's like, it's like as you grow and you get around people and you start to notice things that you don't see, like even for that question to come about. And it's not just for us as Black people, but just people of color to
Yeah.
be in more major roles and not necessarily saying it's a Latino movie or a Black movie,
Yeah.
but just incorporate us all as a people, just as
Yeah.
people
Right.
everywhere, because we have great actresses from, your perspective, from your race, my race. It's like we're out there and
Yeah.
just we just need that same opportunity in it, and not where it's just like, to me, you look in the room and you got I say a piece of pepper, every the different
Yeah.
shades that's even come in
Yeah.
pepper. It's like you have it.
Yeah. That's so true.
That's
I'm from New York, from the city of New York. So, it's a melting pot. And it
hmm
would be beautiful to just see, like, and I've always looked through the world through that lens. And I live in Florida and it's different, and as I travel, it's different. But it would be beautiful to see representation like what I grew up in that melting
right.
pot of all the colors and all the cultures. The human
Yeah,
race is beautiful. So
that's
I
right.
love it.
And it is beautiful. We're all beautiful. We all
Yeah.
have the same organs. We all have the same blood. Maybe a different type, but we all have the same. I mean, we got blood in us in
Yeah.
order to live. So that will be a blessing to see. And that's how I look on heaven. That it's going to be all creeds, all walks of life. And
Mhm.
if we could just do that here, I could kind of feel the Lord sometime cringing, like, if my people, just people. I created people, not
Yeah.
no certain genre, creed in charge. We're all in
Yeah.
charge because we
Yeah.
all have the same smarts, you
Mhm.
know.
Mhm.
So in every area, yes, somebody's smarter than somebody, but no one nationality is smarter than the other. We're all smart, you know.
Yeah. Amen. Amen. We're all made in his image.
That's right.
We're
That's
all
right.
right.
So
Amen. Well, thank you so much. Is there anything else that you want to share with us? I know you're going on the road with the family. That's
yes, I'm the
amazing.
Overcomer tour. I'm just encouraging everybody. Follow us at David and Tamela Mann to come out and just be with us in the on tour, to be a part of the experience with us. You've heard it
Yeah.
again, but it's like we're going up and up, and with production, we're just putting production in there, and we're trying to
Right.
represent the King as well as best as we know how. So I'm excited about it. You can go to Kingdom Productions for tickets, Kingdom Production for tickets for the Overcomer Tour. But I'm so excited about it. And thank y'all so much for having me. And we're all overcomers, Overcomer Deluxe. Make sure you get it. You can go to TamelaMann.com to get to the Tamela Mann collection. I've got the gear out. I got the shapewear out, y'all. The ladies been
Mhm.
asking for it. Come on, come on, come on in. And I just thank you so much, Jeannie, for having me. And hopefully we get to see each other real soon again.
Yes, it's always a pleasure. You are such a light in this world. Thank you for sharing your gift with us. Please continue to. We need it, and we're so encouraged by you.